video games, entertainment, and pop culture right here on the Arena Productions Live.
And we are live here on the Arena Productions Live. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleyman Gaming, for the Arena Productions Live for Tuesday, August 15th, 2023. So, Burley, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, Expat?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just doing some content stuff today, obviously. Getting ready for the show here this morning. Yeah, so, yeah, pretty much. But the weather out here, man, it was like a steam bath again. It's like two words explain Japanese weather in the summer. Steam bath. And you just walk outside, man, for like 5 seconds and, you know, your shirt's pretty much drenched. It's crazy, man. Yeah. How's the weather out there in Toronto area?
Well, right now it's not too bad. Like yesterday, I think it got a high of like 20, so it wasn't too bad. And like today is supposed to be a rainy day. It's like 17 right now.
Yeah,
we're about to get a big rain.
Yeah, we have a typhoon coming through Japan right now. It's moving up. It passed Kyushu, and now it's moving up north, and then it's going to probably go towards Hokkaido in the far north. So that's typhoon number 7.
Wow.
So yeah, so usually each year we get about 25 or 30 typhoons that pass through the Asia Pacific region here. So yeah, it's typhoon season is coming early this year. It's usually in September, but yeah, a little bit early this year. But anyway, we got a great show for you. Burley, are you excited for Assassin's Creed?
Yes, I'm excited to see it go back to its roots.
Yeah, I'm a big, as you know, I'm of the Arena Productions crew. I'm the biggest Assassin's Creed fan. I'm looking forward to it coming out. We got some news today from Ubisoft about Assassin's Creed Mirage. We're going to talk about that. And then, of course, Everspace 2 is releasing for consoles today. So we're going to talk about Everspace 2. And then in our entertainment section, Burley, we're going to talk some Game of Thrones because, yeah, I mean, today was a landmark for Game of Thrones. We're going to talk about that later on. And then, of course, towards the end, Burley threw up a story about King of the Hill. So we're going to talk about that as well. So let's go ahead and jump in to our first story. Obviously, it's Assassin's Creed. So I'm going to go ahead and play. This is the trailer from the Ubisoft forward that was shown on Assassin's Creed Mirage. And I'm going to read the article here. So I'll go ahead and drag up the article for you. And you can go and check that out over at The Verge. So let me go ahead and read a little bit of it for you. Assassin's Creed Mirage will now be released on October 5th, which is a week ahead of its original October 12th release date, Ubisoft announced on Monday. The game has also gone gold, indicating that it's locked for release. This new title in the Assassin's Creed series takes place in Baghdad and stars Basim, who appeared in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It's supposed to be a bit closer to the action-adventure nature of earlier Assassin's Creed games instead of the titles with more RPG mechanics like Valhalla or Odyssey. So, Burley, what do you think about this 1 week early release?
Well, they're doing this because they do not want their game to get buried. Like I've said how many times, October is Broketober. Because like when it originally was going to release, it was 5 days after it released was Alan Wake 2, and 8 days after it released was Mario Wonder and Spider-Man 2. So not the greatest, position that you want this to be in. So I understand them moving it up a week early, and from them saying the game's gone gold, I'm hoping this means they're confident with it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the game comes out well and does well, because I'm glad to see it go back to this style of Assassin's Creed, which I like better than Valhalla.
You're referring to the Ezio games, like
like
Brotherhood and stuff like that, yeah.
Well, Brotherhood and like still like the other games, like Unity and stuff like that had it. I know Unity was bad on release, but that style. You don't like. I don't need a long game, and this is like, but this is not full price too. This is budget.
Right.
It's like $15-20 off, which is nice.
Yeah, like
Fubu says.
Well, I was going to say, like, this isn't like Valhalla, like a 200-hour adventure. This is going to be about a 20-hour story. So,
20-hour story, probably another 10 hours to finish. Like, do everything you want to do and like get the collectibles, get that platinum or all that gamer score. Fubu says, I'm not paying for Assassin's Creed for more Assassin's Creed games. To be honest, I don't blame it. And Reaper's saying, wait for Game Pass. Yeah, I can understand. I'm waiting to see how this game comes out. Like, the only thing that I have against this game right now is its Basim. I did not like Basim in Valhalla. Basim is one of the big detractors for me in Valhalla. It was a character I really hated.
No spoilers, Burley. No spoilers.
Well, that's all I'm just saying. I hated the character.
Yeah.
So, do I want to play a story with this character? That's the only kind of thing like holding back. And that it's coming in October, and I've already got Spider-Man and Mario pre-ordered. So those are my two big games in October for me.
Okay, so this is like the second time I've gone through this trailer with all of you. And I just want to say that I have to admit that this game, to me, has a lot of Assassin's Creed Origins development in intertwined with it. I think we saw towards the beginning as he goes in to talk to those other hidden ones, that was basically from Assassin's Creed Origins, that one room. So it was like copied and paste, I think, by Ubisoft in that, by the developers. This, like you said, it's going to be more stealth focused, kind of like the earlier games, like with Ezio and all. But yeah, very short. So I think for a lot of people that might be compelling to get a game that's not like a 200-300 hours where you're just, for half of it, you're just like herding goats or bringing somebody's like cart back to them or something like that. I mean, it's it could be a compelling story. It's supposed to be kind of an origin story in a sense to Basim. So we shall see. But as I said, as I was telling Burley before we started recording, it's like I'm the biggest Assassin's Creed fan of all of us here in the Arena Productions, and I'm excited to play this. But I mean, it's not going to like wow me. Like, this is like completely different than any other Assassin's Creed game, or this is much better than any other Assassin's Creed game that I've ever played before. I mean, it's just going to be more of the same, I think.
Yeah, no, this isn't going to be game of the year category thing. But like as I was saying earlier before we started up the show, I still think if they didn't have Prince of Persia coming in January, I think this would have be better to throw January, so that way you've got no competition, you're not going to get buried.
Yeah,
because like this game, I know will still sell well, but there's still going to be people that are like, I got Spider-Man, I got Alan Wake 2, I got one of the 15 other games coming in October.
But will it sell well? I mean, because there's a lot of people that have the Ubisoft account. They're not going to pay any extra money for it. A lot of people we saw in the chat about Game Pass. People might wait until this game comes to Game Pass, because you never know. I mean, Microsoft might make a deal with Ubisoft where this game will come to Game Pass early next year at some point. We shall see. But so I don't know if it's going to really sell well.
That is true. And the Game Pass comment was actually on Everspace. That was my bad. Reaper, let me know there.
No, that's okay.
Well, that's the thing. You did mention like UB Play. This is something I'm considering if I'm going to play this. Yeah. Because it's like $10 to $15. Since this is a much shorter game, I could try and do it. But here's the thing, because this is coming at the end, like beginning of October. We still have Starfield coming out in the beginning of September. Yeah. And like, I don't want to say, I'm going to do Mirage when it comes out, because I could still be, doing a lot in Starfield and have a lot of fun and be keep going with it, and just be like, I don't want to stop this momentum for Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah.
So.
Well, one thing about the historical aspect of this game that I'm looking forward to is, I mean, obviously, they're still not the Assassin's Creed Order yet. They're basically still called Hidden Ones. And so basically what's going on here is they're in Baghdad, and it's about 200 years before the time of Altair. And that's basically when the Assassin's Creed Order was born. So I'm interested to see how far the Hidden Ones have come since the time of Bayek in Assassin's Creed, Origins. So, so with this game, the assassins themselves, and they're still called the Hidden Ones, but how have they evolved since the beginnings with Bayek? I'm really interested to see. So, yeah. And who knows? Yeah. Maybe minor spoilers here, but maybe we'll get Cassandra.
Yeah, I think you're hoping too much on that. And Fubu in chat says there are too many good games coming this year due to the fatigue of the Assassin's Creed franchise. It should be delayed. Yeah, that's something too. Like I said earlier, that on like previous podcast recordings, they should take a few years off from the series and relaunch to drum up interest. But they're obviously not going to do it because Ubisoft hasn't been doing as well with a lot of their other games, and Assassin's Creed is their moneymaker.
Yeah.
So they're going to do this, and then you're going to get the Jade and all the other mobile games coming over.
Yeah, and then you're going to get
next year and all that.
You're going to get the Japanese Assassin's Creed game, and that's going to be the big seller, I think, because everybody wants to play Assassin's Creed game in Japan. Go ahead.
Well, that game is going to have a hard time because it's going to get compared to Ghost of Tsushima, and
yeah, it'll be better than Ghost of Tsushima.
I would bet you.
Who knows?
10,000 cases of spiritual opium. It will not be better than Ghost of Tsushima.
You can't afford 10,000 cases of spiritual opium.
Oh, I can in this instance. This guy, Ghost will kick its butt. I want Ubisoft to do well, because they do have Canadian places in Canada, studios in Canada, but it's like I don't think they're going to beat Sucker Punch on that.
Well, maybe graphically and stuff like that, but maybe the story will be more compelling. Who knows? Maybe it'll be more historically accurate. Okay,
that it might beat it in. It might beat it in.
With that, I'll bet you 20,000 cases of spiritual opium, because that's my expertise. So we shall see. But I'm excited for it. Just like I'm excited for Mirage and excited for Ghost of Tsushima 2 if that ever happens. So we shall see. All right, next up, talking about Everspace. So let's go ahead and look at Everspace. So Everspace 2 is out today for console. So you can check that out at releases.com. So releases.com, you can check out all the games coming out now and the rest of this month and beyond. So I'll go ahead and read the information on this. Everspace 2 is a fast-paced single-player space shooter with deep exploration, tons of loot, and classic RPG elements. Experience a thrilling story set in a vivid, handcraft open world full of secrets and perils on your journey to become human after all. In the campaign, you will make some friends with their own story to tell. They will join you on side missions and provide certain benefits in the endgame, where vicious encounters and brutal challenges will stand between you and that next epic loot drop. So, launches today on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, and it's already out on PC and PC Early Access. So, Burley, your thoughts on Everspace 2?
Oh, this does look like a lot of fun. I never actually, I'll be honest, I never heard of Everspace 1 till a little bit ago, like a few weeks ago. I think we were mentioning it on the podcast.
So would you say this is No Man's Sky Light?
I could see where you could say, make that, calling it No Man's Sky Light. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like this is just explore, shoot, take what you want. You're basically a space pirate, from what it seems to be.
And
Take what you can.
thanks for
There's
coming
nothing
on in,
left.
Fryman. So one of our patrons, Fryman14, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I want to try this on Game Pass and see what it's like. I mean, I played the first Everspace game and I enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to trying this one out. So it's out today. I'll probably download it later on tonight or tomorrow and check it out. So yeah, good stuff. And Burley, you can play it on the Series S that you have. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
You get the
Good
real
stuff.
perspective.
Yeah. So you can play that and you can check out that on releases.com as well as all the other games that are coming out. So, all right. So that concludes our gaming portion of the show. Now let's talk some entertainment. And Burley, boy, oh boy, this one. Before I get into it, let me get this ready here. So, because, yeah. You watch Game of Thrones, right, Burley? And all of you out there, I'm sure you watched Game of Thrones.
Yes, I did.
And what do you think was probably the most shocking moment in all of Game of Thrones?
The ending with how bad it was. But I know what you're going and what you want me to set up.
Okay. Well, anybody in the chat, I'll let you guess, or what for you in the chat was your most shocking moment in all of Game of Thrones. I'll give you about 10 seconds to think and
Fryman's like, I second that. And then Fubu said Fubu's got his guess. There.
Okay. All right. And Fubu, you aced it. The Red Wedding. So today is the 10th, well, this year, but it's pretty soon. It's the 10th anniversary of the Red Wedding episode. 10 years since we got that episode, guys. So, and obviously, did you know the woman, the actress on the left was, or is Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter.
Oh, I did not know that, actually.
Yeah. So, the Red Wedding, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the article here from Digital Trends, the Red Wedding at 10, how the groundbreaking episode changed Game of Thrones forever and TV in a sense. I mean, good gosh. I mean, how shocking it was. The savage violence displayed against the Stark army. The most shocking part for me was, and I didn't put this image up because I didn't want to get a lot of back flack on that, but the stabbing of the pregnant, Stark wife,
Melissa.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And of course, Michelle Fairley, and her scream, and that scene when she's sitting down with the Bolton guy, and then she looks down at his,
Chainmail.
Yeah, his sleeve, and he's got the sleeve of armor on underneath, So, yeah. So I mean, this show, and I mean especially this episode, The Reigns of Castamere. I mean, it changed, how people perceived this show. I mean, Game of Thrones really didn't start to take off until like season 3. I mean, in the super popularity that it had. But yeah. I mean, this moment was just, people still think about this episode to this day. Your thoughts?
Yeah, this was an episode. Reaper says third with me on the ending of the show, but this episode really did change things, because I'll be honest, Rob was a character I was rooting for.
Yeah,
was the King of the North, and just I was hoping he was gonna, like, because I hadn't read the books, and I was told, like, because I knew there were books, and I was told, yeah, the book series isn't done yet. And I'm like, okay, I'll just wait till the books are done and I'll read them.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Rob is eventually going to get there. It's going to take him a long time, but he will get to King's Landing and kill Joffrey.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, and he became the king of the North kind of prematurely because, of course, after the end of season 1 with Ned, that was another shocking moment. Not so much shocking, but surprising, in the sense that they killed off, probably the biggest actor in the show, like right after the beginning of the series, at the end of the first season. But
then you got to realize who's playing him. Sean Bean, who's got he's got a track record of how many movies and TV shows he just gets killed in. I remember the post not too long after Game of Thrones season 5 was out, where he had a thing saying, I'm being more careful about my script choices, where I've got to have a certain percentage that I live or something like that.
Yeah. But it was, people never thought that they would kill him off, after season 1, and they did. And then, of course, Robb Stark becomes King of the North, and then but strategically, he was a great general. He had the Lannister army on the run.
Yeah, well, he was beating Tywin. He was beating them.
Yeah. So,
and you thought if he was going to die, you thought he was going to die on the battlefield. He would die a hero, fighting to save his sisters and all that, and restore peace in the North and all that. Yeah.
And then, of course, Robb Stark dies, and then later on in the series we get Jon, who becomes King of the North. But I loved the episode where the Starks get the retribution and Arya goes in and kills Walter Frey, and just with the other face on. That was great. Yeah, that was an amazing part of the show.
Her killing him, and then her taking his face and poisoning all the Freys.
Yeah.
And I love it. There's the one servant girl that wants to drink the wine. He's like, not for you.
Yeah.
That was a great thing. And Fubu saying, make Sean Bean a movie where the plot twist he actually survives.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. All right. Well, next up, let's get to Marvel, because Groot. You remember I Am Groot, that show where we had some of the how can I say, kind of like the compilation. It was like a five episodes, I think it was.
There were little shorts, a short collection of animations.
Yeah, so I Am Groot. We get the first trailer for season 2, so let's take a look at that. So I Am Groot. So comes on September, I think it's September 6th to Disney Plus. So yeah, Groot is back. So it's interesting though, we're getting the baby Groot still, because everybody loves baby Groot. But
well, you know why we're getting baby Groot, right?
Yeah, because it's the most popular.
Because he makes that money, those dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be like another 5 mini shorts on September 6th. Yeah, so yeah, there you go, Burley. Marvel's sweetest hero. There you go. He's back.
Ooh, he's building a snowman of death. Cool.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, 5 brand new shorts. So good stuff. Yeah. He's got the fake nose there now. Yeah. So
yeah, this I'm interested to see what they're going to do with these shorts. Like, I remember liking them the last time they did them. They were good little nice little things to add to Disney Plus. Yeah, and they're not long. You can within 20 minutes watch everything and you're good.
Yeah. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, Marvel Studios, Disney Plus on September 6th. You can watch all 5 episodes. New shorts. So I think there's 5 of them. So good stuff. All right. So I am Groot, Burley. I am Groot.
All right. Like Assassin's Creed, we need a Marvel break. Fubu says. Yeah. Well, we also maybe not a break. We just need to them not release so much stuff and be consistent in their follow stuff.
Yeah. So I think this strike is, once it's finished and they get back to work, I think things are going to start churning out slower, and we're going to see more quality in these shows, the writing as well as the the CGI and everything else. So
yes,
yeah. All right, so our last story, kind of our interest story for tonight. Burley threw this one up, and Burley, I didn't know you were in an anime series. Burley, I'm just shitting with you, man.
Yeah, I know. I love King of the Hill.
Good old King of the Hill. Yeah. So Johnny Hardwick, completed work on a couple of new King of the Hill episodes before his death. So Burley, I'll let you take this one away. So what did you want to say about this?
Yes, it's sad that he passed away, but the nice thing is he did, at least because there is the Hulu revival of King of the Hill coming. He did record some. They do have some recordings with him that he did for some, so they can use them for some episodes. But now the speculation is, what do we do now? Are they going to use those and then get a new person, or get a new person and have them redo all those lines? Because Dale is he is a big character on the show, being Hank's next door neighbor, the father of Bobby's best friend Joseph. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do. It's sad that he passed away. Dale was just always a great character on the show, him with all his crazy conspiracy theories, and he's one of those guys of don't trust any government agency, and just like all the
I'm like you, Burley.
I trust certain government things, some I don't.
Okay.
But he'd always go by like the nickname he'd always use. Well, it starts out as a nickname, Rusty Shackelford.
Yeah.
But if you watch later in the season, they explain who it is and why he use that name. Get someone. Fubu says, just get someone to make the same voice. Yeah, you could. I'm interested to see how I kind of hope they reuse use some of the lines he has already recorded, because I'd love to hear that voice again, because he was so great with it, him doing his and all that fun, crazy stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they could, or they can go with somebody entirely different. I don't know, but somebody similar would probably be better. But,
actually, they just have an update for it. Pedro Pascal was casted for.
Yeah, right. But from the IGN article that I put up here, it says the new King of the Hill will feature a time jump, leaping to a present day where Bobby Hill, who ended the original series as a 13-year-old, is all grown up. In addition to Hardwick voice actors Kathy Najimy, Stephen Root, Pamela Adlon, and Lauren Tom had previously been confirmed to return for the revival, in addition to the original series creators Mike Judge and Greg Daniels. So, yeah. So anyway, some good stuff. All right.
Anyone here watch King of the Hill back in the day?
I used to watch. I didn't watch King of the Hill so much. I watched Futurama though. Futurama was pretty cool. Yeah.
I still have yet to watch the revival in season 11, because I know they're releasing, I think, an episode every Monday for the next while.
Nice.
I've heard good things, but it's just like I enjoyed the first couple seasons of it. Then that second revival, it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same.
Yeah. Lots of cool anime. So I remember back in the day. So, all right. So I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Arena Productions Live. Of course, you can watch us weekdays, Monday through Fridays, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 12:30 p.m. British Summer Time, and 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time over here in Japan, where I am. And if you can't watch it live, then it will be on video on demand in the playlist on the YouTube channel, the Arena Productions here. So thank you so much. And of course, we also have a Patreon. So you can come and check out our Patreon over at patreon.com/thearenaproductions. And all of our content there is ad-free. And we also have exclusive content that you can check out there as well. And you can test our free trial there. So the tier 2 is a free trial you can check out for those of you that are not patrons. So and of course, those of you can also that check out the Patreon, you can also become members without initially becoming a patron, and you can check out all of the updates, posting updates that we do there. So yeah, check out our Patreon over patreon.com/thearenaproductions. So good stuff. So Burley, any last words?
Well, I was just going to say I've actually started watching Twisted Metal. I've finished the first 6 episodes, and Expat and I were talking. We're thinking what we'll do for once I finished it, Expat and I will make some time and we'll do a little video just talking about the series as a whole and going up. Yeah. So that you've got something to look forward to. But we also have the membership option here on the channel if you want to support. If you join as a member, you do get some emoticons which you can use and here on the chat. We also do have super chat and super thanks, as well as ways to support the content. Please don't forget to also like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help us grow as a channel.
Yeah, thanks, Burley, for that. Yes, we have that. And want to thank Cammy Reaper 147, of course, for coming in. Fubu 87 for coming in as well. And the Fryman 14, thank you so much for coming in to this episode, as well as Fubu and your comments, as well as all of the comments there in the chat. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, it's time to sign out, and we will see you again tomorrow for another edition of the Arena Productions Live. I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming. So take care, everyone, and have a great Tuesday, and enjoy your day of gaming and entertainment. So take care, everyone. Peace out.
Bye, everyone.